Hi, everybody. Welcome to North of MAGA. I'm your host, Pierre Shields, and today we're going to be taking a look at deals, deals, deals. So, what has Mark Carney been up to for the last little while in terms of agreements with other nations? Well, let's take a look. So, Canada's quietly reshaping its place in the global economy. While headlines often focus on tensions with the United States, Prime Minister Mark Carney has been traveling the world, striking deals with Europe, Asia, and beyond. Really awesome what's being done. We've been pushed into the arms of these countries, which is kind of great. From critical minerals with Germany to a groundbreaking deal with Indonesia to closer ties with the UK and the European Union, these agreements are designed to reduce Canada's dependence on the US and open doors to massive new markets. So, what exactly is Canada signing and how will it affect Canadian workers, industries, and even Arctic security? Well, let's break it down. So, why Canada is diversifying? Well, Canada has historically relied on the United States for more than 70% of its exports. However, trade disputes, tariffs, and ongoing political uncertainty, from the Trump era trade wars to current threats on sectors such as pharmaceuticals and furniture, have made Ottawa increasingly cautious, not to mention the 51st state rhetoric and such. So, Prime Minister Mark Carney's approach is summed up in the phrase Canada first, global strong. His strategy is to build alternative trade networks that reduce reliance on the US. The central goal is to secure stable markets for Canadian energy, technology, and natural resources while opening access to fast growing economies around the world. Deal number one. So, Germany and the European Union. In Berlin, Canada and Germany signed a critical minerals partnership that will see Canadian lithium, cobalt, and nickel developed and exported to European markets. This is vital for Europe's electric vehicle battery supply chain and green energy transition. At the same time, Canada and Germany are exploring ways to export Canadian liquefied natural gas to replace the Russian supply. Quebec has a lot of natural gas we should be getting out of the ground. Defense links also play a role. Germany, alongside Norway, is one of the two remaining bidders for Canada's $25 billion submarine procurement project. The impact of these initiatives is clear. Canada positions itself as a reliable partner in energy and resources. Canadian mining companies gain privileged access to European demand, and Canada strengthens its alignment with the European Union on both economic and security grounds. Win, 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 win. Deal number two. So, the United Kingdom. In London, Carney met with Prime Minister Keir Starmer and top business leaders to advance a comprehensive trade agreement between Canada and the United Kingdom. This is part of the post-Brexit realignment, giving the UK a strong partner across the Atlantic. Carney's pitch to investors emphasized that Canada intends to attract hundreds of billions of dollars of foreign capital over the next decade. The focus is on clean energy, advanced manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, and technology. For Canada, this means new capital to support jobs in infrastructure and innovation. For the UK, it offers a stable market for British companies and a reliable gateway into North America. Win, 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 win. Deal number three, Indonesia and Southeast Asia. Perhaps the boldest step came when Indonesia, where Canada signed its first ever bilateral trade agreement with an Asian nation, Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Once fully implemented, the deal will eliminate tariffs on 95% of Canadian exports to Indonesia. The agreement also includes nearly $1 billion in debt financing to support Indonesian infrastructure, renewable energy, and digital services. With over 300 million people, Indonesia is not only the world's fourth most populous country, but it's projected to become one of the world's top 5 economies by 2050. This agreement gives Canadian farmers, energy producers, and service companies direct access to a massive, fast-growing market. It also strengthens Canada's Indo-Pacific strategy by diversifying away from China and deepening links with Southeast Asia. Win, win, win. Deal number 4. South Korea. Canada is also expanding its partnership with South Korea. Following recent tensions between Seoul and Washington, South Korea has turned to Canada as a safer, more stable partnership. Stable. The opportunities are significant. South Korea is looking to strengthen electric vehicle battery supply chains, expand natural gas imports, and explore collaboration in defense and Arctic shipping. In the 1990s, I think, if I remember properly, the Quebec government had built a complete infrastructure and building and everything else for Hyundai to come set themselves up in Bromo. And then Hyundai kind of screwed us over and decided not to come along. That's as much as I can remember. So I don't know if it was right or not, if I'm right or not. Something else that's interesting is we just created the infrastructure for an electric vehicle battery production plant in Quebec, where the original company that we were supposed to be doing business with went bankrupt. So might be interesting for South Korea to come along here. For Canada, this means stronger ties to a high-tech Asian economy and a chance to position itself as an essential partner in advanced manufacturing and energy security. Win, 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 win. Deal number 5. China, cautiously. So relationships with China remain tense. Beijing recently imposed a 100% tariff on Canadian canola oil and meal, while also applying anti-dumping duties of more than 75% on canola seed. Okay. Despite these setbacks, Canada is keeping the diplomatic door open. Prime Minister Carney has signaled his intention to meet with President Xi Jinping to maintain dialogue, even as Canada actively builds alternative trade links with Europe and Asia. The strategy is clear: reduce dependence on China without entirely shutting the door, ensuring Canadian farmers and exporters still have room to maneuver. So what's the big picture? When viewed together, these agreements reveal a new Canadian trade map. Europe provides stability and investment. Asia, through Indonesia and South Korea, offers growth and future markets. The United States remains Canada's top partner, but its dominance is slowly being balanced out. This strategy ties directly into Canada's Indo-Pacific and Arctic policies, where energy, critical minerals, and security are seen as inseparable from trade. And finally, in conclusion, so Canada is no longer just the junior partner in North America. By signing deals with Europe and Asia, it's building a new role as a global middle power in trade, resources, and technology. The question is whether Canada can follow through. Will the investments and opportunities materialize fast enough to reduce its dependence on the United States? What do you think? Are these deals the start of a new era for Canada or just symbolic gestures? Let me know in the comments. Hit like and subscribe if you like. And I'll see you in the next deep dive. Have a great day and go play outside.